Hello, Steve Cypress here, and I'm shooting a video to show you how to check the readability ease of anything that you're writing, whether it's an online or an offline article or a blog post or a book or a magazine article, or even if you're giving a presentation or a speech or a sales script in person, one-on-one, in a group, in a webinar, anything at all that you're writing, you want to make it as easily readable as you can. And there's a tool for that. These tools are included in Microsoft Word, which is why I use Microsoft Word to test out this readability and as my word processor to write my everything that I write. If you don't use Microsoft Word and perhaps these tools are not included in the program that you're using, then maybe you can find them online as an online tool or something, but they're very easy if you use Microsoft Word, and I'm going to show you that. So the first thing I've done is I've loaded in some sample text, and I'm using here an online article that was posted by a private coaching client of mine named Russell Burke, who, as you're about to see, has done an excellent job of making this article easy to read, and I'm going to show you how we know that. So first of all, I have cut and pasted the text, the copy of the article in here. You see not the headline and not the bio box or the URL or the email address or anything you had at the end here, just the text of the article, which you can see is a total of 1,250 words. Now, first of all, that's a little long for my taste. I recommend 400 to 800 words, 400 to 800 words for an online article or a blog post. So in this case, you could have broken this up into part 1 and part 2, or even part 1 and part 2 and part 3. And what that does is a couple of things, by the way. It takes some pressure off. You're constantly needing to produce material. If you're, let's say you're blogging 3 times a week, well, instead of having to create 3 1,250 word articles, this alone takes care of your whole week of production if you just break it into 1, 2, and 3. Another thing it does, it gets people coming back to your blog, because when you have something that says continued, if you've done an excellent job of compelling them in the first third that you've delivered something good and you have a promise of more, they're going to want to come back to your blog or your article, your site or your magazine, or hear your next video or whatever it is again, and that's all really good. So I would break this down. But anyway, let's show you very quickly how to test the readability in Microsoft Word. So the first thing we do is we go up top here and we click on Review. We go all the way to left, we click on Spelling and Grammar, and now this is going to pop up with all kinds of things that your 6th grade English teacher would tell you is grammatically incorrect. And for real life people that want to don't care about their grades in 6th grade English, but instead we like writing for persuasion, influence, and effectiveness, and making money, and explaining ourselves well to people, we ignore all the given rules of 6th grade grammar English teachers. So we ignore all the rules, and it's going through the document. I'm ignoring everything. So instead of shoulda, it wants me to put shoulder, or or should, and I'm ignoring all this nonsense. And as you're about to see, as we get through the entire document, when you get to the end, automatically your readability statistics, there they are going to pop up on the screen. So you can see the 1,250 words, characters, paragraphs, sentences, average sentence per paragraph, blah, blah, blah. Here's where you want to go. Readability. So first of all, this is outstandingly excellent. And Russ told me that he didn't even check these statistics before he posted the article online, which is not what I recommend. But in case you're as gifted a natural writer as Russell Burke has made himself through years and years and years of writing, look at the skill he has. No passive sentences in the entire document. Now, if you're not sure what active versus passive sentence is, maybe Google it or look it up. But you want to remove all the passive sentences from anything you're writing ever. Next, flesh reading ease. Here, the higher the better, and this you want to shoot for around a 70, and this is better than good. So let's say very good here. It's up at 74.5, and then you go to flesch-kincaid grade level, and this one you want it the lower the better. The lower the grade level somebody has to be in order to read and understand your writing, the better. You want to shoot for a 7th grade reading level, and here, as you can see, Russell's done an excellent job of getting this down around a 6th grade reading level. Now, this is not the point where you would say, but Steve, my business is different. The people that I write for are really intelligent. They're PhDs and doctors and lawyers and really sharp, smart people, so I don't want to write at a 6th grade reading level. How insulting to them. And you could not be more wrong, Kimo Sabi, and let me tell you why. Two reasons. Number one, the people that you just mentioned that are the ultra high IQ, PhD, masters, lawyers, doctors, whatever, that are used to reading all their boring medical and legal literature with all the long fancy words and whatever, sure they can read all that stuff, but the lower the grade level necessary here, the lower the flesch-kincaid score, the faster they can read it. So they really appreciate that. I mean, they have to plod through all that continuing education and the latest medical and legal journals and whatever. Give them a break when you're writing your article or your blog post or giving your sales script or presentation or video script, and make it really easy for them to speed read it quickly by putting it down to a 6th grade level. Second of all, the people that are only capable of reading at a 6th grade reading level will really appreciate the fact that you've written this in a way that they can understand it, and of course it works for everybody in between. So you want to keep this at a low grade level. 7 is excellent, 6 is beyond excellent, 5.9. Well done, Russ. Now, in the case that you weren't happy with your readability scores, in this case, I wouldn't touch a thing, and Russ didn't. It's already been published. But if you wanted to change things, you would just click on the OK, go back to your document, make a few changes, take out the passive sentences, use shorter paragraphs, shorter words, something that says, of course, it's going to be difficult even to find long words because he got such a great flesch-kincaid score. But here's adventurers. Adventurers, 4 syllables. Maybe you can say that in just 2. We're just like all explorers and action seekers there. See, I'm really have to pull teeth here to shorten things. And again, a few long words here or there is not a bad thing. As you can see, he's down around a 6th grade reading level. So I would just leave this. So here we have intense experimentation. That's 6 syllables. So maybe you say testing. Involve intense testing. There. That might take it down a little. Okay, but I'm not going to mess with this thing at all. But that's what you can do, and every time you can go back and click on this again, and you won't need to ignore all the rules. It'll just keep popping up again and again. And you want to get this to where you have a 0 here, a 70 or above, a 7.0 or below. Excellent job, Russell Burke. Thank you for the excellent example you've set. And here's how you can go and check your readability statistics to make it as easy as possible for your readers to understand and be swayed by whatever it is that you're presenting to them.